guys, welcome to a new video. This is a hair tutorial and today I'm coming at you with no extensions because I want to show you some hairstyles that are suitable for women with thinner hair. I want to share some tips on how to get the most of a little bit of hair and some things that you want to maybe be more mindful of or avoid if you're trying to make your hair look a little bit fuller than it maybe is. Now before I get into that, I do just want to start by saying that there is absolutely no shame in having thin hair. It is very normal. So many women have thin hair. It is not something that needs to be hidden. It is absolutely alright if you just leave it as it is and rock it like that, all natural. So please don't feel like you have to do any of these things. I think of hairstyling a lot like makeup. It's not something that you need. It's not something that you have to do every day. It's just something that is there as an option. So with that said, I just want to show you some footage of my hair when it's not curled, just so you can get a little bit of a better idea of what I'm working with here, and you can also compare that to what I'm going to be doing in a little bit. So my hair is currently a lot thinner than it used to be when I was a teenager. I went through some pretty big hair loss when I was 18 years old, and my hair never fully grew back, and in the past few years I have noticed that it's slowly starting to get thinner again. But I do also have a lot of regrowth. I currently have a whole new layer of hair coming in that is about the length of my collarbone, so my scalp doesn't really show in many places. Like, this is the thinnest part of my hair, right here near the front, which is pretty normal for women as well, but this has always been a part where my hair was a little bit thinner than in the rest of my hair. For me, the thinnest part definitely is my ends and the front of my hair, and that is also why my braid thins out so dramatically towards the end. So yes, that is how my hair looks natural. My hair is pretty straight if I don't do anything with it, and that actually brings me to the first point. Probably my biggest tip is, if you have straight hair and it's thin, try and give it some texture. I really like to curl my hair just so that it has a little bit more body, a little bit more volume, but also because I feel like hair that is in curls looks a little bit more natural when it's piecey, I guess. Curls are supposed to have a little bit of air between them, so the fact that the hair is maybe a little bit thinner isn't as noticeable when it's curled, in my opinion. So I feel like there are several different benefits to having the hair curled. Now, if you do want to curl your hair and your hair is thin, I would advise you to use a more hair-friendly curling method if possible. I'm a huge fan of overnight heatless curls because they are very gentle on the hair. You're not applying any heat to strands that may already be fragile, depending on the reason why your hair is thin. That might be the case as well. But I do realize that overnight curls may be trickier for thin hair because they often involve braids, and that just doesn't work for us. I've tried overnight braid waves and it just looks like very frizzy kinks on my hair. My preferred overnight curling methods are the ones where I wrap my hair around something to get the desired curl shape. So I will either use a sock donut, some rags, but my favorite method at this moment is to use headband curls, where I will just wrap my hair around a thick headband. I will spray it with a little bit of water and setting lotion first to make sure my curls last. Then I wrap my hair around the headband, I sleep on that, and in the morning I take it out and I'm left with these curls that give me a little bit of nice volume, especially on the ends of my hair where I need it most. Now my next tip is in line with that, and that is to use hair care that is suitable for your hair and your hair type. I feel like when hair is thin, and especially if it's also a little bit weaker, it just needs that extra care, and it's just a little bit more important to make sure that you find a good hair product. So I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about today's sponsor, which is Function of Beauty, and I have actually been using their hair products for a few months now. I use the shampoo and conditioner, and I also have a hair mask in the same, I was going to say from the same line, but that's the whole point. Function of Beauty doesn't have lines. Their products are completely customizable, so they are tailored to your specific hair needs. When you go on their website, there's a little quiz that you fill out where you can tell them your current hair type, your hair problems, and the goals that you have for your hair. My hair profile is straight, fine and oily hair, and my goals are to hydrate, lengthen, replenish hair, soothe scalp and strengthen. So I've chosen a very nourishing and strengthening and just hair-friendly profile. So they will then mix a formula completely customized to your hair's needs, and you can also choose which color and scent you want. I went with Seafoam Green in the scent Perfection, which is a wonderful, lovely fruity scent is really nice. They also print your name on the bottle, which is a really nice touch, I think. Function of Beauty products don't contain any parabens, sulfates, GMOs or toxins, and they are 100% vegan and cruelty-free, which is fantastic. This has been really gentle to my hair, and my hair feels very hydrated and strong, and it looks very nice and shiny, and it feels really soft as well. This has just been a very good match for me. Now, if your initial formula doesn't work for you as well as you had hoped, then they very kindly offer to reformulate for you once, and you can get help with that, which is really nice, so you can be sure that you actually have something that is perfect for your hair. Function of Beauty are kindly offering my viewers 20% off of your first purchase, so you can click the link in the description box below to redeem that. And they are currently available in the USA, Canada, UK, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and more. Okay, so now on to some actual hairstyles, and I have tried to make these so that you can do them even when your hair is thinner than mine. Keep that in mind, try it out, see if it works or not. The main thing you want to remember is to keep it light and airy, especially if you've already gotten some texture into your hair. This is a little bit easier. Try not to compact the hair, so I would avoid things like braids and tight ponytails, because especially if you're going to wear a part of your hair down, you need as much hair as possible to do that. But I would also suggest to try and bring the hair together so that all of it is concentrated in one place. So you want to kind of get it together but not make it too tight, if that makes sense. And that is kind of how to go about hairstyles for thin to very thin hair, in my opinion. So one of my personal favorite hairstyles, especially because my hair in the front here is a little bit thinner, I really like to pull that hair back just lightly and pin it with a bobby pin. So I'm just slide that in. And this is the great thing about having thinner hair, you only need one bobby pin. Now when you are pulling the hair back, you want to keep it light and airy. So you want to avoid doing things like this, pulling the hair back very tightly. I mean, you can tell the difference, right? On this side it looks a lot more voluminous, whereas here you can even see my scalp in some bits, and it just looks much more like thin hair than it does on this side. So keep it light and airy. Pull the hair back with more of a swoop, especially if your scalp does show. Giving it a little bit of an angle will sometimes help to disguise that a little bit more. I do actually need two bobby pins. Alright, so now you can see, since my hair is pulled away from my face and it is all in the back, it just makes the hair in the back look fuller by that one section, which every little bit helps. And since I do have some PC thin bangs in the front, I feel like it just looks like my hair is a little bit more voluminous. So this is a personal favorite of mine. This is kind of my go-to everyday hairstyle if I want to do something with my hair. Now the next one is one that I feel is perfect for very thin hair, and that is to kind of pull your hair to the side. Again, keep it nice and airy. Try not to do a parting, but just kind of swoop your hair over. Get it over to one side, pull it over your shoulder, and use a few bobby pins to pin your hair in the back here. If you want, you could give it a little twist if that's necessary. Stick some bobby pins in right here. All of your hair is pushed to that one side. And here you can see it's the same trick again. All the hair is in one place, so you get the full volume of it all in one location, but it's not pulled into a ponytail, so it does still have some room to show off that volume that we created with the curls. So this is what it looks like from the back. And again, if you're careful with the way you swoop and you keep everything nice and airy, you can avoid too much scalp showing there. And this is just a really nice way to, again, wear your hair on an everyday basis. Now if you wanted, you could of course wear a hat on this side of your head. This is a really nice hairstyle to accommodate that. Or you could use some different type of hair accessory. If your hair can hold the weight of a heavier, kind of larger accessory like this, then those are really great to create some visual volume again, or the illusion of some volume. So you could use this in the back, maybe here where the hair is pulled back. Or you could use it on this side to kind of offset the fact that there isn't much there, or use it in the back. And now of course what looks good depends on the type of accessory. If you're using a headband, a nice and voluminous headband, then of course that sits in the front here. Try and make sure that it's not too heavy. This bow is made of a very light material, but you don't want to put too much of a strain on your hair. So I also wanted to give you an option for wearing your hair up. Now something that I really like to do with my natural hair that is nice and simple and quick, again for an everyday kind of updo, and it's actually using one of these hairstylist hair clips. If you have something nicer, by all means use something nicer. So what I do for that is I pull my hair back gently, always. Make sure to keep it nice and voluminous. I give my hair a little twist. And again, I'm keeping everything nice and loose here. Don't want to squish that hair. Then I will take my clip. I will clip it in right here. And then with the rest of my hair, since it's already curled, I will kind of form this little bun almost. But again, I'm not squishing it down. I'm pretty much just allowing that curl to fold up on itself and create this little swirl, which I then pin down using some bobby pins. So here again, the clip just gives the hairstyle a little bit more body, like there's just a little bit more there, so it doesn't look as flat, but it still highlights the hair. And I think this is just a very nice and inconspicuous way to wear your hair up. Now, if you do really like braids and you would like to wear some, there is a way that you can make your braids look a little bit fuller. Of course, this does depend on how much hair you have, for any of you who are able to do braids. So start with a pretty loose braid, don't make this too tight. The curling of the hair does help with this as well. So leave a little bit of a tail, especially if your ends are a bit thinner. Tie this off with a hair elastic. And this is a trick I nearly always use, even when I am wearing hair extensions. I like to then go back to my braid, go back to each individual little braid loop and kind of tug at the side of it so that my braid kind of flattens out and just looks a little bit bigger. There we go. Now obviously this is a flat braid, kind of at first sight it does look just like a nice and full braid, even though there isn't much hair in there at all. And this is pretty much the only way I wear my braids with my natural hair nowadays. So that's it, guys. Those are my tips for thin-haired ladies out there. And again, please don't feel like you have to do any of this stuff. Your hair is perfectly fine as it is. This is just for those days when you do want to put in a little bit of extra effort. So I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, guys. If you have any tips for fellow thin-haired ladies, then please feel free to share in the comments and we can all help each other out. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for loads more beauty and lifestyle content. There is another video here that I think you might also enjoy. You can go watch next. Thank you for watching and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye!